welcome to a KDKA-TV Turkey Fund special. I'm Heather Abraham.
And I'm David Highfield. You know, this year marks the 42nd annual KDKA-TV Turkey Fund, and Team PTL is proud to be leading the charge once again for this important campaign in our community.
We kicked off this year's campaign back on September 27th once again with a special episode of PTL live from atop the Gateway Clipper.
I'll tell you, it was a magical day. I mean, Ron was there, Daisy was there, Katie, Boaz, all on board, along with more than 200 PTL viewers. It was such a special day, meeting people and really so much fun. What a great way to kick off the campaign.
It was. We love that so much. Now, if you don't know, the Turkey Fund began back in 1982. It was right when so many steel workers were being laid off as the steel industry started to decline. A viewer sent the late KDKA commentator Al Julius $10 and asked him to help feed the needy at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, Al took that and ran with it, asking other viewers to chip in and help. All told, you've helped us raise more than $20 million since the Turkey Fund began.
Hearing that number, doesn't it just make you... I lose it. Like, it's just so much.
And it speaks to the generosity in our area. It really is so heartwarming.
And this year, the mission is just as great as it's ever been.
In fact, our partners at the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank say that the need this year is greater than it was even at the height of the pandemic. At the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, workers and volunteers see the need in our communities firsthand.
Folks are struggling right now a lot.
Remember the long lines for food during the peak of the pandemic? Well, even though the pandemic is over, the need is not. In fact, Chris West, the food bank's director of community connections, says they're feeding more people now than ever.
We've seen our call volume go up by 12%. Food we distribute up by 11%.
In the last year, the food bank delivered enough food for nearly 42 million meals across the 11-county area it serves. That's 2 million more meals than in 2020. So why now?
Inflation has really taken its toll on families. And then emergency SNAP benefits stopped in March. Some people went from $400 to $23 a month.
Last year, the food bank received nearly 18,000 calls for food assistance and distributed 37 million pounds of food. And it's not just boxed and canned goods.
One thing we're serving more of is fresh produce.
More than 12 million pounds of fresh produce last year, to be exact. Now, some of that food is available at the food bank's on-site food pantry called The Market.
Just in its first year, we've distributed 1 million pounds of food through the market, served over 12,000 people.
The food bank also partners with about 1,000 food pantries across the area, which you can find on the food bank's website, pittsburghfoodbank.org.
There's actually a green Find Food button, and folks can find a pantry and what there are distributions and what's close and convenient to them.
As the need continues to increase, the food bank is hearing from more and more parents who are skipping meals so their children can eat.
We're hearing, every day folks that are struggling to make ends meet, to provide for themselves and their family, to put enough food on the table.
As well as from more and more senior citizens on fixed incomes who say they're now forced to gamble with their health.
In the past, it was that seniors were cutting back on their medication, and now we've had seniors tell us that they're not even filling their medication to begin with to try to make ends meet and get through the month.
And while the need is great year-round, it's this time of year when the food bank always sees an even bigger increase.
Around Thanksgiving, people always want to have a good Thanksgiving meal, Thanksgiving turkey, and we want to make sure that, as many families, we can serve as many families as possible.
That's why your donations to the KDKA-TV Turkey Fund are so critical every year, but especially this one. And the need really is so great this year.
It is, and every penny counts.
And once again, this year, PNC Bank is a proud partner with us in the KDKA-TV Turkey Fund.
Jim Valoris from PNC Bank joined us on the kickoff cruise to talk a little bit about why the mission means so much to them as well. And let's talk about the matching donations, because this is a big component of the Turkey Fund every year and PNC's commitment to giving back.
Absolutely. So if you come into any branch and make a donation of $50 or more, PNC is going to match that donation up to $75,000. So give often, come in. We want to have the best year ever.
It's
You
amazing.
know, we talk about PNC, we talk about PNC, you know, becoming larger, but it's a Main Street bank. It is truly a bank that's rooted in the community and cares about the families here.
Right, we've been here for 170 years plus. We're a large bank. We're the 5th largest bank in the United States, but we have community ties. Pittsburgh is our headquarters. We employ almost 13,000 people here, and these are the people that work every day to make things happen, and we need to take care of our own, right? We need to take care of a strong city, a strong community, and we are a Main Street bank, even though we're such a large entity now, but we have Pittsburgh ties, and this is where we started.
I think a great way and a perfect speaking of what this is when you go into the branches, they get excited about it.
Absolutely.
Those branches, the people who work there, they get the branches decorated. They get excited about raising money, and it's really nice to see the community feel even within.
Yeah, so everybody gets involved. They'll decorate the branches. They'll have fun with the customers. Customers look forward to it. Right after this show, they're going to be walking into the branches, making their donations. So we appreciate that, and we don't take that for granted.
I want to ask you one more question, just a personal question, and that is, well, you know, you're on all the commercials for the Turkey Fund. Do people stop you on the street? Do you hear personal stories of maybe people who have been helped by the Turkey Fund?
Absolutely. I'll be in a branch, or I'll be walking on the street, and they'll say, "Hey, you're on those commercials." And I say, "Give, and give often." I said, "Did you give yet?" They said, yeah, I wrote my check. I said, "Then tell your friends about it. Tell your family members." But they do see the benefit. They see people getting help. They have neighbors that are getting help, or it may have been themselves. So you never know in life. Things go well. Sometimes things don't go so well. So give what you can, and participation's the key here.
You never know who is struggling with food insecurity. It is a big issue for so many families, and this is a great way for PNC to be giving back. We're so fortunate to have you as our partner.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
We are so thankful for PNC Bank's support year after year.
Yeah, they always step in for the community, and it's so great to have them on board. All right, time for a quick break, but don't go anywhere, because up next, we're indulging in some sweet treats for charity. How bad can that be?
Not bad at all. We're going to show you how a Penn Star and milkshakes are adding up to big donations for the Turkey Fund.
And of course, we want to remind you that if you haven't donated yet to this year's Turkey Fund campaign, please consider pitching in for this worthy cause. There are several ways to donate.
You can go to any PNC Bank branch and donate in person. They are matching all donations of $50 or more.
Or you can text KD Turkey to 50155.
You can also donate online. We know you have your phone in your hand right now. Go to KDKA.com/Turkey Fund.
Yeah, don't wait. Or we are still taking checks in the mail, just like Al Julius used to do it. Mail your check to P.O. Box Thanks, Pittsburgh, PA 15230.
And thank you from all of us here at KDKA-TV. We'll be right back.